town is about to explode.
Well, it's Predator Badlands Day. I hope that you guys are ready for that. But a couple days ago, The Lowdown ended FX's new show with Ethan Hawke, Keith David, Peter Dinklage. And I have a lot to say about it, so let's get right into it. So Ethan Hawke plays a character named Lee Raybon. He is a self-proclaimed truth historian, and he's basically Tulsa's answer to a citizen journalist with a bookstore and kind of like a dream and ambition. And he's the guy who thinks that he can dig up the real truth about anything, which shocker constantly gets him into trouble. He gets beat up a lot. He's one of those type of characters. And so then you have Dale Washburn, played by Tim Blake Nelson, who apparently takes his own life in the first episode, or maybe not. And the show makes it really hard to tell if it is that or if it's a murder or some kind of cover-up. And naturally, Lee goes full detective mode and tumbles right into a rabbit hole of conspiracies, corruption, and Tulsa weirdness. So this isn't going to be like your typical like cop with a badge kind of mystery. Definitely think more like a Noir meets a suburban paranoia. There's no like John Wick shootouts or car chases. Actually, he drives the fucking van, by the way. It's so funny. He drives a van twice this year, both as the grabber and as his character. And it's definitely going to be a drama first type of show. And so that's what a cast is stacked, and I really want to get into that. So Ethan Hawke, very phenomenal. He's funny, very unfiltered, very honest, and I feel like he's kind of charming in a way doing that. Keith David, like I always say about him, the man's voice can narrate the apocalypse. He's underused early on, but on the second half of the show, he really gets time to shine. And Peter Dinklage isn't in it as much as you think based on the advertisements, but he does leave an impression, and I think that he's really good when he is in the show. I think what surprised me the most was that the show is really funny. I think that it's actually pretty witty when it needs to be. The humor does kind of sneak up on you as well. It starts kind of subtle, but by the back half, I was laughing way more than I thought I would with a show like this. The jokes, I feel like, land a lot deeper when you get to Lee's spiral before they start, feeling like a coping mechanism for a guy who's clearly in over his head. And this is where things kind of get a little uneven, though, for me, because I don't think the show's perfect. The mystery setup is like way stronger than the resolution, and the deeper you go, the more you expect some earth-shattering twist. And while the ending makes sense for what they're doing, it doesn't quite explode the way that the build-up promises. And that said, I do think the payoff for character arcs, especially for like Lee and Keith David's character, is definitely worth it. There's a lot of little seeds planted that bloom beautifully by the finale, and I really do think that visually this show kind of nails that washed out cigarette stained look. It feels very like grimy, very lived in, because it's two different. What's so funny is I thought about Tulsa King while I was watching this, because they both take place in Tulsa. Compared to that, like the filming is way different. This is definitely more edgy, more quiet in its tension, and it really never lets you relax. And so by the end of this show, I feel like I walked away thinking that this almost could have reached greatness. It is really good. I just don't think it's best of the year good like I was hoping. I think I've watched about 60 shows this year, and I do think it's still pretty good. It just doesn't stack up to like that top 10, 15. So with that, I'm going to give this show a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's very grounded. The writing is very good. I think that it's very good where it needs to be, but in some of the stronger areas, like I said, that overall plot, I just thought it was fine. That doesn't mean it's bad, though. I'm like, you might actually really love it. I just am kind of tired of those type of twists, especially this year. And I do hope that FX gives this a season 2, but knowing modern television, it'll probably get canceled. I feel like Keith David was in, a Duster earlier this year that I covered, and I really love that show, and then it got the axe. So hopefully this won't meet the same fate, but it seems like it doesn't matter how big of a star they get for these shows. They don't care. Anyways, that was my review of The Lowdown. It is out now on FX and Hulu, so check it out. I do definitely recommend. And if you have watched, if you're one of a few people that watch it, because I haven't seen anybody cover it or talk about it on anything that I've seen, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. What was your favorite episode? There's a lot of highlights for me. I think the first Peter Dinklage episode was very, very good. I thought it was very funny. And yeah, with that, like, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hey, Predator review tonight, so catch that.
You're naughty.
What I've uncovered is in